I, like many other continental Europeans, have grown up over the decades with a deep and constant, perhaps not inferiority complex, but certainly acute sense of admiration for the Anglo-Saxons, particularly from the point of view of their rationality, tempered particularly in the UK with the necessary doses of pragmatism, their ability to found public policy decisions and political decisions on more or less rigorous analysis. Between, say, 3 years ago, last year in June, I was seriously worried about a possible process of European disintegration. And I saw the sources of it coming up basically within continental Europe in the shape and form of various nationalist, populist movements. And nothing of that sort seemed to be there for what I call the Anglo-Saxon world, basically the UK and the US. Then came the Brexit decision by the UK people. Then came the election of President Trump. I don't pronounce on either, but the fact is that the UK was thrown, and still partly is in that place, into a situation of remarkable disruption as to the political system. All of a sudden, lack of preparation of the celebrated, and rightly so, UK public administration on how to address the Brexit issue, on the disconnect between the administration and the politicians. Also the disconnect, particularly amazing in London, between the political authorities and the business community. And similar things have been happening in the subsequent months in the US after President Trump took office. The opposition of a number of important states in the US to the change in the climate change policy of the president, some signs of disintegration of the most strongly integrated federal country in the world. All of a sudden, continental Europe maybe is becoming the place in the Western world where rationality lives. France, under President Macron, is taking up, also in part because of the vacuum in the traditional leaders in the leadership of policies for a governed globalization, against climate change, etc. Germany, with the alliance of the Chinese president, takes on the flag left down by the US about multilateral trade, etc., etc. So we should avoid in the EU, in continental Europe, to become complacent simply because the others are going through a difficult moment. But perhaps we should pause and reflect that in comparative terms, this strange economic and political project, which is the EU, is not so badly after all.